Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be stuffing my cash envelopes for the month of January. And as you can see, the layout is a little bit different, and that's because this is a new planner and I decided to use this page. I know some people aren't, but I wanted to still take advantage of having this extra page in here. So I made some of these stickers, and if you saw my January budget video, you would know that I recently purchased a silhouette. And I'm making my own stickers now, or mostly, or trying to, I guess would be a better word. There's a little bit of a learning curve. So I went through my budget and did the cash breakdown. And it looks like I needed $627 this month. So that's what I have here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and open my budget and we can begin. So what I did, this theme was like an Arctic space theme for the stickers that I'm using. And these small mooses, I guess you could say, I made them and I have them designate that they're cash envelopes for whatever category they're next to. And because I actually I got my cash envelope while I was at home, I didn't have my budget with me. So the money, I know the total is right, but I didn't look to see what bills I needed. So this will be interesting. And I don't think, cause I like, if you've seen previous videos, you'll notice that I like to have the biggest bills as possible. So I have as few in the envelopes so they're not as thick, but I know I did not do that this time. I didn't really pay attention to that because I didn't have my budget with me. So I know that there will be a lot of smaller bills in this month, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one is pocket money, which is a new one, and that actually doesn't have an envelope. I just keep that in my wallet, and that's just $10. So I'm just going to set that one aside. Okay, and then I'm flipping to the sinking funds page. So Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which is a new envelope. It is empty. This will get $15. That's a 10, a 5. And then if you're curious, I've gotten a couple comments in the past about my envelopes. I did make them myself from a scrapbook kit or a paper pad from Michaels. And I don't believe it's on sale anymore because I probably got it a couple years ago. So that's that. EC Sub, which I've recently bumped up to $15 because last month or the last season that we purchased it, it was like 40 something dollars. And in the past it was 30 something. So I just want to make sure I'm covered. And as you can see here, instead of adding the 10 and the 5, I would have normally just kept the 10 and switched it for a 20. But because I didn't have my budget with me, I couldn't figure out the bills that I needed. So these are just going to stay in there for now. And then maybe later this month, I might run back to the bank to get exact bills. I'm not sure. Or I'll fix everything next month when I do the cash envelope, or I'll just leave it. Not sure. Next up is Erin Condren, which is $20. As you can see, there's already 20 in there. And this is also relatively new. I started it in December. And this is for my Erin Condren Black Friday, Cyber Monday purchase. And I just want to have an envelope just for that because although I didn't go over this past year, I did budget all of it through my November paycheck though, which was kind of a lot. I had to sacrifice in other categories and I don't want to do that again. So I'm making an envelope for that. And that's the whole purpose of sinking funds, so that bills don't hit you in 1 month, even though this is not a bill. But anyway, so medical gets $10, and there's already 120 in here, so that makes 130. And medical, I am going to try to keep it in relatively smaller bills, like nothing bigger than a 20, so that 10 is okay to be in there. Up next is my parents' gift for Christmas next year. I'm already starting to save for that, and this is a new category. You can see I have $0 in there. And this one I am saving $25 for. So that one's done. Up next is Scuba, gets $10. And this already has 110. So we have 120 now, and I'm not sure when I'm going to spend this, but I did talk to a friend, and we were thinking about joining the club this year. So I don't know if that'll be this semester or next semester. So that is going to stay there. What's next? Technology gets 50. And if you notice, I do have a $50 bill along with some 10s. When I was home, I did go to the teller because from what I remember when I lived at home, they were very nice and they didn't give me any issues. Whereas where I currently live, they did. So I had no problems going to the teller to get the 50. So this now has 245. Oh, excuse me, 295. It did have 245. So this is all set. And then last but not least, Vicky's Wedding, which gets $30. And this is also a new one. And then the reason why I'm not saving cash for for Susan's wedding is because not all, but most of the extra money each month in my account will go towards hers, and it's just easier to keep it there and kind of digitally transfer it rather than pull out cash. So that is all for my individual items. And then for our joint items, I did make a new joint planner. This is just an Erin Condren notebook. I set it up pretty much the same way as my individual one, just in a different one. So these are all the totals for our joint expenses, not my half. This is the total. So the first one here is Amazon Prime, which gets $10. It already has 100. So we're going to add 10. So now we're at 110, and this bill is $120, and it's due in February, so I'm right on track. Up next is Geico. This gets $12. So 10, 11, 12. So this has 48 now. So this is good. This is not due for a while. We just paid it off in October, I believe. Up next is Holiday, and this is a new category since we kind of went ham last year for Christmas, so we were trying to save up this year, so it's not as bad. This gets $20. Okay, and the last two, Peru, this gets $300. So 1, 2, 3. And this one is moving along quite nicely. We already have a little over $1,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 5, 6, 7. So we have $1,027, which I'm very excited for. And I know we're not going to be going on it this year, but hopefully next year. And like I said, we're saving a lot, so I'm really happy about this. And then last but not least is travel. And it already has $101, so I'm adding 100. So now it has just over $200 in here. And then if you're curious, this 101, I actually emptied my school fees sinking fund that I was saving for a while, but I realized there's nothing I actually have to spend on it. So I figured I'd move it into travel. So that will definitely get put to use. So thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know how your budget went down below. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.